Hey everyone, this has to be the number one video that you should watch if you are selling Go High Level White Label SaaS to your subscribers. Because I've always mentioned this that you should always sell solution, not features, right? Because everybody can literally sell features using the Go High Level platform, but very few who can sell solutions to the audience instead of the features because solutions is what matters and is what going to put money into their pocket and as well as is going to put money into your pocket as well. Ladies and gentlemen, you must be thinking, what exactly is the solution all about? This is database reactivation, entire workflow that I have created. And not just that, I'm going to show you exactly step by step how to create this workflow, what does it contain, and why you should be following this entire strategy that I have created right here. This might look a bit overwhelming, especially by checking the sequences and the flows. But guess what? I'm going to explain you in the simplest way possible so that anybody can learn and implement this in their business. Not just that, I'm also going to give you this entire checklist for absolutely free where you can understand who's the target audience, what is the pain point. And then, not just that, I'm also going to provide you a 5-day database reactivation email copy, which you can customize as per your requirement and give it to your SaaS subscriber for absolutely free, right? But hey, guess what? If you want this entire thing, right, a ready made, right, then you have to do one thing, right? I'm going to send this to everybody, those who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, because I want to see if you've subscribed to my YouTube channel or not. And then you have to comment checklist in order to get the entire checklist and the copy content here, right? So make sure that you have subscribed to my YouTube channel and you comment the word checklist, and I'm personally going to respond to you and send you this link so that you can have this handy with yourself, right? So you're thinking, right, that who is this guy? Who's this guy teaching about Go High Level, automation, design, funnels, and all of that? In case you've already checked my other content on my YouTube. Well, my name is Pritam, right? I am one of the Go High Level experts certified officially by the Go High Level team, which are very few in the world. Not just that, if you go to pritamhota.com, which is my name, if you go to pritamhota.com, you will be able to see what do we do as a business. We have been for the last 3 years helping continuously to Go High Level agencies to build funnels, website, landing page, strategy, copyright, and not just that, but also help them with the basic email automations and strategies that they should have in place. We are not just the person who does the work, we're also the mind that brainstorms with our clients in order to get optimal result, the optimal project, because we provide custom done for your services. In case you're interested, make sure you click on the book appointment and get a 15-minute free call with me without any charges, right? So cool. Then I think I should be showcasing you everything step by step, right? So without a further ado, let's get started, because this is going to be a long tutorial, right? I guess that's what you're thinking, but it possibly won't be. I'm going to make it a fun and easy to understand relatable video so that you can easily add that into your account, right? The first thing that I'm going to do here is, even though I have like so many automations, right, I'm going to create a workflow here. Can you see that on the top right hand section? It says create workflow. So I'm going to click on create workflow. As soon as you create a workflow, it's going to give you some prompts and everything, but we are going to build from scratch because that's what our custom build projects mean. We're going to build this from scratch so that you can understand that what is the psychology that I am going to deploy into this funnel and how this can be useful for your audience, right? So the first thing is we're going to put the name here is going to be database reactivation uh, workflow, right? So that's how we're going to name this, right? So quickly, I'm going to help you understand what exactly is this setup here. So this is the workflow builder, right? On the top, you will be able to say go to workflows, which means that you're going to get back to the previous screen. Then you can customize the name of it, and I highly recommend that you customize this with a number because you might, forget it. Even also add today's date and time because that's going to be crucial as well in order to identify which database workflow automation that I was building on which particular date. Apart from that, as you can see here, this is about, it's going to show you when it was updated. You can save it. Always make sure you're saving your workflows because Go High Level does not auto save. In case you have built the entire workflow and you have not saved it, then nobody can help you in order to rectify this and get the entire automation back. So you have to rebuild this entirely from scratch, which I do not want, right? So make sure that you always save this. You have the builder here itself, which has a trigger, and then we're going to add actions to this, right? Then you have settings, again, very crucial. I want to explain you all of that because you're going to add allow re-entry, stop on response, account time zones, again, so super crucial. I want to show that to you. And enrollment history, which basically means that how many people enrolled into this automation, and then execution logs. So this is going to show all the execution that has happened at the backend based on the funnel that we are going to create for you, right? So we're going to go here. Normally, the database reactivation workflow are used when you upload a contact list. Now, this is a contact list that you generally use for the leads or for the contacts which have been forgotten, which are not active, or probably in a cold state, right? So that we can send email and emails, SMS, and all of that in order to make them warm, right? So I have this entire checklist and copy ready for you so that I can help you understand better, right? So the number one point that why you should be selling this as one of your important features, sorry, not features, solution, right? Because you should not be selling features, right? Important solution, right? Because think about it. Who is the target audience, right? Literally everyone, all right? Every business has some kind of leads or has some kind of, database that they are not touching actively, right? This is probably a year old, 2 year old, 5 year old database or a list of contacts that which haven't been touched, and you can probably send these kind of offer emails, which is database deactivation emails, and people can learn about it and then can probably reach out to you to give business to your subscribers who subscribe to your SaaS platform, right? And think about it, who can be the target audience, right? The target audience can literally be everyone, because everyone in this world can have a database which they can target with this automation workflow. But for the easy scenario of this video, we have here discussed about the home service lead and home service businesses and the professional businesses. So home cleaning services, law firms, accounting firm, consulting agencies, marketing agencies, home cleaning services, landscaping companies, plumbing and HVAC services, home renovation contractors, and many more. Because this can be applied to any industry to grow their business revenue, because any and everybody that has a contact list, right, that has a database, then we can reactivate that with this automation. Sounds good? Let's get started with this. But you must be thinking, what are the pain points that your SaaS subscriber must have in order to sell them this particular solution, right? So here are the things, right? Low customer retention, right? They must be using your software, but they might also have customers which have low customer retention. In order to get more from these existing customers or past customers, you can use these database reactivation fee solutions, right? And then you can sell that as add-on apart from your SaaS software, which you're selling it as white label. Seasonal demand, right? So think about it, whether it's pool cleaning or whether it's roofing or whether it's making sure that your house is warm, protected, and all of that. These are all seasonal demands and seasonal businesses. Now you should be making sure that whenever these kind of businesses operate and when the season arrives, just a few months before that or a few weeks before that, you're using these kind of database reactivation in order to help these kind of businesses get more clients from their past database, right? So competition, of course, there is much more and more competition nowadays. So you want to make sure that you're using this database reactivation automation workflow in order to get more from the past data to overtake the customers. Because hey, if they do not come to you, they're going to go to somebody else for sure. Because if there is a need, somebody is there to fulfill it. The question is, can you do it? And if you can, you should be using the database activation via a workflow. And of course, limited awareness. Not everybody is aware and up to date about your services, your offerings, your availability, and all of that. Hence, that is the reason why you're using this automations workflow, which are going to provide as a solution to your audience, to your subscribers, so that they can in turn do it for their business and their clients, right? So that's quite a hierarchy, and I'm teaching you SaaS businesses in order to do it in the perfect and the simplest way possible. But yeah, you must be thinking, can I get all of this for absolutely free, including the automation that you have built here? And the answer is yes. Anybody who signs up under me as an affiliate, they not only get funnels, automations, workflows, you know, forms, one consult directly with me. Apart from that, we also help them with the account setup. But not just that, any and all automations that I'm building on this channel will be added into their in the snapshot, which they're going to get completely free. Because hey, guess what, my audience, my subscribers, or my affiliate should get the most out of it. And if you're my subscriber and if you want this checklist specifically, right, then you have to make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel so that I can see that notification into my account. Plus, you have to mention and comment checklist so that I can personally reach out to you and send you this link so that you can have it handy when you're creating, because this is a gold mine. You're not only going to get all of these, all of the pain points, but I'm also going to give you a 5-day database reactivation email copy and nurture sequence. Again, this is for plumbers and HAVAC, but guess what? You can actually change the name and change the offer just to meet your industry standards and industry requirements, which is crazy. And that's how we have created the copy of this entire 5-day email sequence. And I'm going to give it to you for absolutely free, right? Subscribe to the YouTube channel and the comment checklist in order to get it. So let's go ahead and let's build this for absolutely from scratch. And this is the email sequences that we are going to use in our automation, right? The first thing here, as you can see, is we have to add a trigger. So that trigger is going to be there because when you're going to upload the entire database on the contact list, then you will have that option in order to connect it to an automation. And that's exactly when you have to connect it to this particular automation. And that's why the naming and the pointing is super important. So when you have these kind of points or numbers with a name, it gets easier to identify which automation I'm going to plug to my database for. The first thing that I'm going to do here is to click on here and then add a drip mode, right? I'm pretty much sure that you're going to use, a contact list or a database, which is going to be of thousands of email, right? I even have seen people using this automation for hundreds of thousands of people. And of course, you do not want to burn your domain, your email domain. For that, we're going to make sure that we use it in a drift format, which basically means that we are going to send emails based on chunks, right? So 100 batch sizes is going to go every 30 minutes, right? Or you can also make it 1 hour, depending on how big your list is, right? So if your list contains 10,000, 20,000, it's better if you can just respond with 30, with a 30-minute delay. If you have like a shorter list for a few thousand, you can make this literally at 2 hours and then make it 1 hour. That's it. But here I'm going to make it in minutes. I assume that you have a big list, so I'm going to make it 30 minutes. That's it, right? 30 minutes of drift campaign, drift mode. So we're also going to make sure that our nomenclature is very easy, because once the nomenclature is easy and people can read it, they do not have to click on it to understand what exactly this automation or this step does. For that, I'm going to just add 100 contacts per 30, sorry, not 20, 30 minutes, right? I'm going to close bracket and I'm going to save the action, right? That's how you can see that now you have drip mode with 100 contacts and 30 minutes, right? After that, we're going to send the first email, and this first email is going to go to all the emails, basically all the contacts and database, and then we are going to wait for a day. This waiting is just to see that whether they respond to the email or not, right? If they do not respond, we're going to proceed forward. If they respond, we're going to take further action depending on what their response is, right? So let's make sure that we send out the first email, which is going to be email here, right? Send email, and this is going to be email 1, right? uh, One thing that we have to decide here is that from name and email name. I'm just going to save that for now. Okay, it's going to ask some subjects. I'm just going to keep it here. Just give me a minute. Let me just save it for a while. Now let's go to settings. I'm going to explain a few things here, right? Since we've already come to the email part, I'm going to teach you something. You go to settings. You can make sure that you can add it as allow reentry if you want. Probably you don't even need it because people do not want to enter again and again since they already are a part of it. So there's no need about it. So we'll turn that off. Stop on response. Do you want want this to stop on response? Ideally not, because I want them to get more and more emails because this is only a 5-day sequence. So that's pretty okay. Account time zone, yes, you can use account time zone. That's pretty much fine. and then specific time. Of course, you do not want to disturb people with these kind of cold emails, because these are kind of cold emails, by the way. Since these database are not that warm or hot, since they're going to take this as an cold email. So we can add some business hours into this. So let's say I add from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and I'm going to add Monday to Friday. You can also add Saturday if you want, right? And for the email, right, I'm going to use this as uh, let's say name is going to be Pritam BHADRA, and my email is going to be Pritam at Pritam com, right? That's how you can add the sender details, so that you don't have to add it exclusively on an email, right? So this is going to auto populate on every single email that you send in this particular workflow, and this is going to be the email that they are going to see, Pritam at pritambhadra.com. For conversations, you can mark that as read, but and that's okay, because we're actually waiting eagerly for the response. So I want to keep that open, keep that closed, right? So I want to see them. So that's how you can add specific timings to make sure it's professional. At the same time, make sure that all your emails go through this particular name and this particular email ID. Let's go to the builder again, right? Let's go back, email one, and this is going to be day one, right? From email, from name and from email is taken care of. Let's go to the first subject. Subject here is the initial email, because the first email is going to be an introductory email, right? We are going to help them understand that, hey, this is an offer that is currently present. We do not want to make it super hype. We don't want to make it, hey, there's only for today and XYZ. We don't want to do all of that crap. We want to give this as a as an offer which is now present on the table. Would you like to take it? That's it, right? If you would like to take it, use our coupon code and respond to this email to claim it, right? So I'm going to click on, I'm going to get that subject, which is don't miss out, exclusive offer, 10% off plumbing and HVAC services, right? So I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to add that as a subject, right? That's pretty much it, right? Then I'm going to have the email body, right? Hey, recipient, which is going to be the contact name. Are you ready to transform your home into heaven, to comfort and convenience? Because you got an offer that's too good to pass, right? We're giving an exclusive opportunity to save big plumbing and HVAC services. Use the coupon code SUPER10 and simply reply to this email. Now, this is important because we want them to reply to this email. So, simply reply to this email is a call to action, so that they can respond to the email, right? Because we do a lot of copywriting for our clients, so we know that what kind of email structure we need to use and how exactly the copy should be in order to do it, because that's what we have been doing for our agencies for the last 3 years. But yeah, that's what you should be doing in order to claim 10% discount. Yes, it's that simple, right? So it also has to be in a conversational nature, so it looks very natural, and but it also looks like a good offer on their face, right? But here's the catch: this offer won't last forever. Act now. This is to create a bit of urgency. Don't wait. I think this is perfectly fine. So I'm going to just copy this entire thing here, and then I'm going to add this as a message, right? Uh, Here, instead of recipient, I am going to delete that, and then I'm going to go to the custom values, and then I'm going to add contact. I'm going to add contact full name. Okay. So I just want to make sure that there is no unnecessary spacing. I think this looks absolutely perfect, right? Let me just make sure that all the spacing is correct. This is going to be the username. So let's get back. Let's go to the user full name, and this can be the business, which is going to be account, account, account name. Yeah, account name is fine, right? So that's pretty much how you do it. And this is the first email that you're going to send to your customers, right? Pretty much good, looks nice. You can also test it within test email and send test email, but I won't not going to do it. I'm pretty sure this is going to work out 110%. Okay, from name is done, from email is done. Let's save the action. Right, day one and email one is now saved. Now we are going to wait for this. We're going to wait a complete 1 day. Right. Again, we are sending this and making sure this goes down. This goes at a specific time window, which is going to be official or a business timing. So we are not concerned about the time issue. Now we're going to wait. Okay. So let's wait. This is going to be waiting for 1 day. So wait for 1 day, and the time delay here is going to be contact reply. We want them to reply because if you remember, we actually asked them to simply reply to this email, right? So based on the what we want them to do, which is the email content, we also want to make sure that the automation is built around that. Okay, so wait 1 day, contact reply. Yep, contact reply. And then timeout. Do we need a timeout here? We probably do not, right? Whatever is going through reply to, right? So reply to, of course, is going to be email 1 day 1, which is going to be this previous email. That's added. So let's add the timeout because anyway, we're going to just wait for a midday. So let's add 1 days, right? Awesome. So wait for 1 day, contact reply. So the contact has to reply to the email, and the email is email 1 day 1, which is already done. And the timeout is going to be 1 day or 1 days, which is fine. Perfect. Now we're going to add a condition, like did they respond to email or not, and was that a positive response or not, right? So positive response meaning is very simple, that they respond with a yes, an agree, sure, I want this, X, Y, and Z, right? If this is not a positive response, then also we are going to send this a notification to our business, right? So for that we're going to add condition. Okay, sorry, it's going to be an if else statement, right? So here is going to be positive response, right? At least that's what I did here. No, we just want to, yeah, positive response is going to be this, but you just want to make sure that we mention this as replied, right? Contact replied is going to be the condition, right? And then in the first branch is going to be positive response, right? And for that, we are going to make sure that we can click on contact replied, right? Yeah, contact replied. Just want to make sure the intent type is specifically what you're looking for. Contact replied, then intent type. This is going to be is going to be positive, right? So Go High Level is going to try to understand whether the response that was given was a positive or not, right? So that's how it is done. We're going to add another branch, and this is going to be not positive response. The customer might have some other suggestions or other things that they want to discuss, which is, hey, you're spamming me, or hey, I want to discuss, right? Or I have something to say, or I want to get in touch, something like that, which is not a positive, like, hey, I want in, or I want this, right? So that's going to be not a positive response, but still this is a response, right? And that is again a warm lead because they are now responding to this database reactivation workflow, which is supposed to be dead as of now, right? But this is a good sign, by the way, right? So this is going to be contact replied, this is going to be intent type, and this is going to be is not positive response. So anything that's beyond positive response is going to fall in this place, because so that's going to be good, because any response that the customer gives, we can now send this into segmented way to the user, whether it's positive. Okay, we can send this as a positive notification to the user. If it's anything beyond positive, right, or other than positive, then we can also send that, hey, the customer has replied, this is, you should check this out. Probably this is not positive, but they can check it out. Probably this is another query, they have some other discussions to do. So whatever it is, they can check, the user can check this out. Okay, so you're going to save that. As you can see here, positive response, not a positive response, and none, right? Now what we're going to do is we're going to have a wait option, right? Because what happens is when somebody responds, right, if we send them an email back, right, that's not going to be great. Because think about it, I got the email in the morning, right, I respond, but I saw that in the afternoon, and as soon as I responded to the email, I get that response from the company within a second. Will that be practical? Will that be feasible for a human to do? Probably not. Even if you have somebody on your laptop or in your device continuously monitoring your emails, even then it's probably going to take at least 2 to 5 minutes for them to watch the email, to understand, to make sure that they have written everything properly, and then they respond, right? So it's humanly not possible to respond within a split second once a email response is received. In that case, we're just going to add a delay to it to make it humanize, right? So we want to make a 5-minute delay. Advanced window is not required because again, We have already added that into the settings, so we are fine here. We're going to save this action now, but I just want to make sure that this is going to be a wait for 5 minutes. That's it. The nomenclature should be good, so I just want to make sure that's done. After that, it's going to be an email again, right? Email to email positive contact, right? From name, and that is already sorted, right? Now we are going to add the subject is going to be, hey, thank you, we are here to help you grab your 10% offer. Let me, that's it, right? And here in the name we can write the contact's name. So we're gonna go to contacts, we're gonna write the full name. That's it. Pretty simple, right? Now we're gonna write, hey, contact's full name, thanks for showing interest in our limited limited deal that only has 10 spots. Please let us know how can we help you. That's it. Best, assigned user full name, and then you can add the company name. This is going to be the account name. That's it. Okay, simple, easy to understand. We're going to respond that. Let's respond them within 5 minutes. Perfect. Let's save that. Apart from that, I also want a notification to my internal team, so I'm going to add notification. There's going to be an email notification. This is going to have positive response received from, and here you can add the contact details. Here it's going to be contact full name. Okay, this is going to be the user. This is going to be the contact name. Here's what they said, and then we can add the message body. Go to email. Okay, go back to contact. Now go to message body, right? That's it. Okay, pretty simple, very easy to understand, and then you save it. Okay, sorry, user type has to be the assigned user, right? Check input. Awesome. I think that's what we did here as well, right? Now, what if that they didn't read, they responded with a positive email, right? In that case, even then, it's a hot lead, right? Even in that case, they probably have some confusion, or they can write, "Hey, I have some confusion. I have some queries. Can I talk to somebody?" These all responses are not positive, right? That doesn't mean these are negative. That means that these are not positive. In that case, we simply have to write a notification. Here we're just gonna copy it, copy action, copy here. Oops, and just copy it again. Copy here, right? Internal notification, and this is going to be response received from contact. Here's what they said, right? Pretty much that's it. Save it. Okay, now we are done, right? So this is how it looks for everything that we did for day 1, right? I hope that you have understood about this. If you have any queries, feel free to let me know. I'll be happy to answer them in the comment box. And again, if you want the entire checklist with the copy, with everything, have subscribe to the YouTube channel and make sure that you respond with the keyword checklist. Okay, and I'm going to personally give it to you. It's going to be checklist. Okay, cool. Now we need to go to day 2. Right. So here, if they have responded, we're going to do all of this. We're going to wait for them. We're going to give them an email. We're going to inform our internal team. If it was anything but a positive response, we're going to still send an email to our internal team because, hey, this is a hot lead because they've responded to it. They're hot, right? What if they do not do anything? They do not respond. Forget about a positive or not a positive. In that case, we're going to go to day 2, right? The day 2 is when again we send emails to all our contacts, to the entire database. We send them the day 2 email to, we wait for a day, and then we again check whether they have a positive response, whether they do not have a positive response, and then we can move forward to day 3. In order to build this entire thing, we can actually show you a easy method. What you can do is we can click here, we can just go back to the drip mode, click these 3 dots, go to copy here, and copy all actions from here. You click on this, and then you copy it here. And what happens here is you get the drip mode here. This is going to be day 2. Okay, and this is going to be 100 batches, a batch of 100, 30 minutes time interval, which is perfect. Now this is going to be not email 1, this is going to be day 2, email 2, right? Everything looks good. We just have to change the content here. Now we're moving forward to the day 2, right? And the first is was just the initial email, or I can write offer introduction, right? It was an offer introduction. You can take it, you might not take it, you can leave it, not much of urgency, right? But we are going to go to the day 2, and this is going to be the urgency level is going to get increased, right? Time is running out. Grab a discount on plumbing and HVAC services absolutely right now, right? So I think the content is fantastic. I really like the copy that's being written here, right? So I'm going to put forward to and go here again. It's very simple, right? We're offering our 10% discount, right, which is still up for grabs, all right? But you need to act fast in order to get this. Reply to this email again. We're again giving them a call to action to do it. Don't you want to we don't want you to miss out this golden opportunity to upgrade your home and save money in the process, right? The copy is fantastic. I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to copy the entire thing here, right? I am going to go here. Okay, but I do not need this entire thing. Just wait. Let me just copy till this part. Okay, because I'll anyway have it here. So I'm going to copy it here till this part, and I'm going to save it. Do you see that? I just want to make sure that the spacing is done properly. Yeah. Hey, contact name. We hope you're as excited as we are about incredible savings waiting for you. But guess what? Time is slipping away faster than you think. Right. So we have this entire thing process here, like your dream home waits. You can also do one thing. If you want, use supercode and too late. We can actually bold this out just to make sure that we can grab their attention, right? So simple is easy to understand, and that's done. That's day 2, guys. So email to day 2, save the action. Okay, now wait here is going to be 1 day, all right? And here, of course, the reply is going to be to the email to day 2, not the email 1, because that's already been waited and responded if they did reach back. If not, now it's going to be day 2, email 2. We're going to wait for 1 more day, right? If they respond positive, which is amazing because it's going to be condition based on this condition, right? If the intent was positive, that was great. We will wait for 5 minutes just to make sure it doesn't sound like a robot. And then we're going to give an email response, positive email response to the contact. And then we're going to send an email notification to our internal team. If it is anything but a positive response, we're still going to send an email notification to our team because, hey, it's a hot lead. So why not? We're going to do the entire step again, which is going to click here. And if we have not done anything, even though 2 emails have been gone, then we're going to go ahead and go to day 3, right? So I will click on copy here, copy all actions from here. I'll copy here again, right? So this here is going to be day 3. right? Again, 100 batch size, 30 minutes time interval, right? This is going to be email 3 day 3, right? And of course, the content here will be changed because we are now going to the scarcity increase condition. In that case, we're going to just click on last chance alert 10% off. We're going to grab that. We're going to add it here very swiftly. We're going to add the entire body here, which is going to be super sleek and easy to understand. So we just want to do that here as well, right? I just want to make sure that we have highlighted this. Just highlight this. That's great. I just want to make sure the spacing is done properly. Awesome. I think this looks fantastic. I'm just going to go ahead and click on save action. Okay. That's pretty much how you add it. Day 3, email 3. We are waiting here. Again, you're waiting for day 3 and email 3. 1 day timeout, save action. Right. We're again going to wait even after 3 days, 3 emails. Are they responding? And if that was a positive response, again, we're going to wait for 5 minutes just to make sure it's not, doesn't sound robotic. They want to send them a positive response email just to make sure that we understand what is the requirement, and then an internal notification to one team that, hey, we got a positive response. If not, if we got a response but it was not positive, that's particularly fine, but it's still hot lead. We're going to send an internal response, internal email to our internal team. Even then, if 3 days have passed, they have still not responded, we're going to go ahead for the day 4. Right. For this, we're again going to go here. We're going to make sure we copy this entire thing from here. We're going to copy here, right? And then we're going to change this to make sure this is day 4, right? The nomenclature has to be good because it's going to be a batch size of 100. Interval is going to be of 30 minutes. It's going to be email 4, day 4. Again, now from scarcity increase, we are going to email 4, which is going to be extreme urgency. That's what we're going to create here. Final call, claim your 10% discount today, right? Again, great copy. We're going to add all of that here. But from that, we're going to add the copy here as well. It's now or never. I mean, the copy is good actually. But anyways, I'm going to add it here. And then we're going to just make sure the spacing is absolutely correct. We're also again going to use this one. We're going to make it's highlighted properly. 10% is there. All of that is good. I think this looks fantastic. Final call, is that right? Yeah, that's right. I'm just going to go ahead and save action. Right. Now, again, we have to just check that this is day email 4 and day 4 because we are now waiting for the day 4 and email 4. Now, after 4 days of waiting and responding via email, we're again going to check, are they responding with a positive message? If yes, wait for 5 minutes just to make sure it's non-robotic. Send a positive response to the contact, and then an internal notification to our internal team. If there's still response, and if it is anything but a positive response, we are still going to send an internal response to our internal team because, hey, this is again a positive contact, again a contact, a hot lead because they responded to it. Now we are on the last day. We're not going to disturb people much. We're going to copy here again, and then we're going to copy it here, right? This is going to be the last day, day 5. If you respond to it, great. If not, we are not going to disturb you, right? We already disturbed you for 5 days. So yeah, that's how you actually activate, because these people are not really active, so they do not remember you again. Now this is the final opportunity. It's gone, right? It's gone now. So your last call for the huge saving, take it or leave it, right? We are just going to make sure that everything is in there. Yeah, just copy it. Just make sure the content is added here, the email copy. Perfect. And all of this here. With the change of intensity of the email, the content also changes. So it's super important, right? So we're going to add that. We're going to make sure this is saved, right? We're also going to make sure that this is day 5, email 5, waiting for the day email 5 and day 5. Perfectly fine. Again, we are going to check for the last time ever, right? Was a positive response? If yes, wait for 5 minutes just so that it doesn't sound as robotic. Email response given to the contact so that and then internal notification to our internal team. If it is anything but not a positive response, then it's going to be again an internal notification, but hey, because hey, they responded to us, so that's a hot lead. And now we're not going to add anything here because hey, this is the end of the workflow. If they like it, good. If they do not like it, we are perfectly fine with it. They probably are not interested anyways. So ladies and gentlemen, that's how we build the entire automation just for you. I hope that you liked it. Again, if you want to get this entire script, this entire checklist along with the copy, subscribe to the YouTube channel so I can get notified. Plus, if you've already been subscribed, which is fine, plus you also need to mention checklist in the comments to get at this. And yeah, we have exclusive offer at the end. We are opening up a few spots in case you want to work with us to build funnels on website and projects and all of that, and go ahead and do that. But yeah, this is only for those people, right? Thank you so much. I hope that this was helpful for you, even though I understand it might have looked a bit overwhelming because I'm going to show you this is quite long. It might look small, but this is quite long. Can you see that? It's very long, right? This is the entire picture, right? But I hope that you understood it very well. I hope you understood the entire concept as to how this can be a useful solution to your SaaS subscribers, and they can further, use it to make money and get money into their pocket so that they can give money to you as a SaaS business, and then you can learn, understand from us, and we can also help you. Will also be happy for that, right? That's how it is. Just make sure that you publish this and turn this on, because every time you do not publish this, then it is not going to fire, right? That's how you should be thinking about this. I hope you liked the video. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, get this checklist for yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. See you then.